All right, this is part 4 of your clinical orientation, and this part I will discuss your portfolio project that is part of your clinical score. So in this portfolio project, you are going to have several different assignments to perform. So the first one I want to talk about is your lab experiment. This one's kind of fun in that you will be performing an image there in the department, and it states find a phantom or other suitable object to radiograph in your department. If your department does not have a phantom per se, some of them do, but if not, any inanimate object is fine. You can use your cell phone, a box of gloves, whatever. It does not matter. Just make sure you read the assignment carefully and do exactly what it says. Answer each of those questions in order to get the full points. And while you're doing this, I want you to think, here's the focus of this. These are common things that can happen with patient and taking images. We double the mass, our OID might be increased, or we reduce our distance. So not only do we see what happens with the resultant image, but in the background, I want you to think of how does this affect patient dose. Quite often as radiographers, I've seen it happen too many times to count, that we get so involved and so myopic or so narrow-minded about what happens with the image that sometimes we don't think about what is actually happening to the patient dose, that there's still living tissue between that tube and image receptor. So keep that kind of running in the background as you're doing the lab experiment. All right, another one you're going to have here is a Franklin Covey video on self-trust. It's a rather short video, but it's got several questions. So you'll have to watch the video in order to be able to answer the question completely. It has to do with integrity and credibility, and I hope you take the content and this information with you in your professional life. I've always told students it's what you do when no one is looking that determines your character. So kind of keep that in mind as you view the video and as you answer the questions. The other one is customer service. Now this usually requires a little bit of explanation, and let me just explain. Hospitals nowadays are reimbursed, or they get money from the insurance company based on the patient satisfaction score. How did they provide service to their patients or customers? Our patients are our customers. So how does your particular facility address this? How do they make sure that when that patient is discharged, or the outpatient is, finished their exam and then they get that survey, how do they make sure they are viewed in a positive manner so that they do get the full reimbursement they can? So do they have a particular program that they use? Some of them may have an acronym they use, like acknowledge, inquire, whatever. Everybody has something that they use to make sure that that customer feels cared for, that they're more than just a number, that, that we are here for the patient, not vice versa. So what is their program? How were you made aware of it? Were there posters in maybe the hallways or the employee break room? Did your human resource person, or were you made aware at orientation? Anyway, if you don't see anything really obvious, and you may not because you're a student there and, you won't have the employee orientation necessarily, but ask your clinical instructor. They will certainly know. And is this program something that you think you could take back with you when you return to your job? Do you think that's a great thing to do? Or how will knowing this program that the hospital implements change the way that you deliver patient care or customer service when you get back home? And then finally, the last part of the portfolio project is, and again, I would encourage you to work on the portfolio project, not at the end, but as you're going. The lab experiment can be done during a slow time in a room that's not being used. The customer service part, again, you can review and interview maybe the manager or your CI. Again, there may be some slow times there, so take advantage. Don't wait till the last minute and get in a rush and make mistakes. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed. So you'll have that Radiography 3 course going on too. So again, your clinical reflection, this is the one I would tell you to kind of hold off and wait till maybe the last week. But go ahead and finish it maybe while you're still on site. So this is a chance for you to kind of reflect back on your clinical experience and some of those kind of basic things. What did you learn? Was there anything that surprised you? What was your favorite part, your least favorite part? What value can you take back with you from this experience? What do you recommend for the next student? This is helpful for me to kind of help the next student. And you'll be getting an email from the next student that's coming to the facility that you just finished, just like hopefully the one before you reached out, and you can share that. Was there anything that we could have done to help better prepare you? We always want to improve our service to you, our student. And does this experience change how you view the image profession? Some folks think, before they go in, I want to be a rad tech, and then as soon as possible, I want MRI. Well, they get there, and maybe there were some areas in imaging that you hadn't thought of yet, that you just didn't know existed yet. So one of the best things I can tell you to do is, keep your eyes open. Don't be, so narrow focused that you're looking at this one thing. When you see technologists performing what you think you might want to do, let's say, for example, MRI, ask the technologist, if you were me, knowing what you know now, what would you recommend? What would you have done differently, or what do you wish you might have known? Maybe there were some pitfalls or delays. If someone had told you, you could have avoided this, or you might have gone straight away into something else. Maybe, who knows? There is a world of opportunity out there. Once you get your registry, your ARRT, again, focus on that goal. Then there's so many different opportunities for you. Again, that is the portfolio project. That is something you can offer a potential employer, that they know that you went to a fully accredited school, you pass your registry, but the portfolios project is something that you can offer them that might just give you that edge, something that kind of sets you apart from the crowd. So, again, from all these videos, I want to know if you have any questions. What are your concerns? I'm here as your instructor and to coach you through this clinical experience. If you're having issues, let me know. I'll be monitoring your progress closely, and I'm available for you. I want you to upload your evaluations as soon as possible. Don't bunch them up to the end. That's the only way I'm going to know if you're getting sufficient patient volume. Likewise, if there's something you've forgotten, or maybe a technologist didn't sign off, we want to take care of that quickly while you're still there on site. I would hate for you to go all the way back home, and many of you are going to go out of state, especially you guys in California. Sorry about that, Kelly. And if you're missing a signature, if you're missing initials, if there's something not filled out correctly, I wouldn't want you to have to get in your car, pack an ice chest, and go all the way out of state again. Again, let's take care of it quickly and promptly. And again, that's how I can tell if you're missing something. We can get it while you're still there. So again, don't bunch them up to the end. That's not a good idea to do. Again, know that there's a reason we have deadlines. Please respond promptly, and I will do likewise. Email is the best way to communicate with any of us that work online because of all the difference in time zones. Again, you're welcome to call me, but again, 8 o'clock in Ohio isn't the same as Arizona, let me assure you. So I would tell you email is the absolute best way to get a hold of me, or any of us that work online. Again, being respectful of our time zones and everything else. I'm here for you. I know sometimes you'll be on the weekend, sometimes you'll be in the evening. Again, we've all been through there. We know what you're going through. And just knowing there's someone there that has your back. Again, you've got me, you've got your clinical instructor. All of us are here to make sure that you get through this process and that you are supported. So congratulations on making it to clinical. I know you're going to do an amazing job. And again, if you know of clinical sites maybe nearer you that are nearer you, there we are, that are not in the state of California, unfortunately, because of the California state laws, it takes about 2 to 3 months to get a site approved. So please let me know way ahead of time so we can work on that. No guarantees, but sometimes you guys know some really super sites. So again, that's it for clinicals. So let me know what I can do, how I can help you. And you guys, again, each one of you takes Pima's reputation with you every day that you're there. You are Pima to everybody there. So again, congratulations. You're going to do an amazing job. Just remember to breathe. Okay? Take care.